Alrighty, welcome back. It's an absolute beautiful day today. It feels like it's summer, even though it's first week of August, but beautiful weather today, and it's looking good for a nice back and forearm pump today, I reckon. Last week went was a bit of an interesting week, so went Monday, forgot the camera, so couldn't film. Went Tuesday, and then I didn't go Wednesday, Thursday and Friday in the end. Combination of just work and life stuff, so basically just took that time off, including the weekend, but kind of take those days off regardless. So had a nice kind of break just to kind of have a bit of a reset. Wasn't intentional or scheduled in, but sometimes it's those unscheduled forced breaks that can actually benefit quite a lot. And my calories, I kept that up as well, so I wasn't just having a break and not making sure my calories or my protein were still hitting their goals. So those markers were still fine, which was good. And had a nice chill weekend. I did go and make sure I did do some mid-afternoon walking on Saturday and Sunday, so kind of still getting my steps up, which was good. But other than that, just took it nice and chill, and tried to keep protein as high as possible. Now we're into a new week, starting off with back forearms and obviously filming it this time, but nothing changing this week. Might try to potentially drop the calories down a little bit, just because I've been doing the same now for a while, so I want to start trying to chip them away as we're closing in on kind of my loose deadline date, which will be just over a month from now. So probably about 5 weeks is probably the deadline, so I want to really start trying to chop the calories down a bit and keeping the cardio up. So I need to try and be as strict as possible, even trying to do a weekend session, or even just trying to get my steps in, to be honest. But I think the main changing point for me from now on is definitely going to be the calories more or less than the actual workouts or the cardio. I mean, they always help and it always will work nicely in parallel, but the major thing that's going to get me my goals or get me closer to that deadline is the calories. So that's going to be fun. It's all part of the process. I found a good way to suppress my hunger and push me through, which is playing League of Legends. So that's that can be my new way of coping. Trying to spam some ARAM matches, so that's going to be my coping mechanism, I reckon, during the cut. So which I'll remember for next time. If I ever do a fast, I'll just play League non-stop and that will get me through. Anyway, for this week, got cardio after this session, so I'm going to do a walk because I didn't go this morning. Usually I do the bike, but I'm trying to be a bit more cautious on the amount of steps I'm getting per day. So gonna do. I just remembered I forgot my shoes, well, my walking shoes. So I'm gonna have to do the bike, which is fine. Still getting cardio in. Ideally doing as many steps as I can, and then Tuesday to Thursday will be the cardio in the morning with a bit of abs, and hopefully. Well, I can also get a bit more consistent, taking my weight, jumping on the scales each morning, also trying to do some posing as well after cardio, but we'll see how that goes. Last time I tried to do it, the moment I was about to take my top off, 5 people walked into the area that I was going to start taking videos and photos in, so I quite shyly pretended I was stretching and then walked away. It's just getting the confidence up there. But is what it is. I might try and do it at the start, even before I do cardio. But ideally, that's not what I want to do. I want to do it after cardio, whenever my core's nice and tight, and you know, all that good stuff. So yeah, we'll try and take it step by step, but yeah, it should be fine. Other than that, I think that's all the updates I've got. But just keen to get back into it. I had really enjoyed the rest and just taking the time off to, you know, catch up on some sleep, just to chill and just let my body kind of have a bit of a reset, because you know, I do push myself quite hard, and you know, trying to do as best as I can. You know, I think it is good every now and then. It's a bit like the kind of Dorian Yates approach, where you know, you do need time, or almost just to force yourself to actually take the time off and let your body rest and recover. And you know, like I said at the start, it's during that time that you know, your body's repairing itself, and it will end up somewhat giving you better gains, because you know, you get those kind of little bursts of newbie games when you take some time off. You know, so it's always good to do. You know, I always forget about it. You know, sometimes I don't go on a Friday or something, you know, which is fine, but I'm still doing, you know, an hour of cardio in the morning with abs, plus doing my normal gym session, then cardio after the gym session. So it is a lot. There's a lot for my body as well, but you know, I do get my body into that routine, and then it's fine. But I think just really making sure I am taking some time off is definitely it's always worth doing. But if I can help it, I try and just push through. But you know, there's definitely benefits to forcing yourself to take the time off and let your body rest, let your body recover, and just to chill. So definitely recommend it. Wouldn't recommend it if you're just doing it in terms of laziness, if you're just like, I can't be fucked. It's more, you know, when you're really kind of overexerting yourself and really pushing yourself, then you might need to. But yeah, if you're just kind of like, well, I'm only going twice a week, I might take a day off. It's a bit like, well, are you really needing that rest day? You know, are you just making an excuse not to go? So that's where you got to kind of keep things in perspective, and you know, making sure that you're being honest with yourself, because that's how you get the best. You know, the best out of the gym is being honest with yourself. That's what I've always found. You know, it's a very humbling experience. The gym will always humble you, and if you're not prepared to be honest with yourself or let the gym humble you, you know, it will show physically. Not to be rude, but you know, that's just how it is. You know, it's just simple. You know, but we'll keep pushing through. Keen to get back into just the normal routine. Yeah, not looking forward to the early mornings, but you know, it's part of the process. So yeah, we'll push it on through. But anyway, I'll leave it here. Stop the yapping for a bit, and I will cut to us doing some back and jumping into some forearms at the end. So I'll leave it here, and I'll see you in a sec.
Okay, I can sort that out of that. Yeah, but yeah.
Alrighty, back in forearms are done. It's a very good session today. Everything moved really well. Kind of had a bit of an issue in that I went nice and heavy for close grip, or just did more reps than usual, which was really good. But then because that was so taxing on my grip, meant that the plate, like the isometric plate row, kind of took a bit of a hit. But I just dropped the weight down, and after that kind of second working set, because I just felt it just starting to like pry open my fingers, so I was like, it's not worth it. So dropped the weight down, and then that went well, and then everything else was fun because my grip kind of took a bit of a break. So might take that into consideration next time, is might drop the working set down for that, because I'm only really aiming for 8 anyway because of grip fatigue. So yeah, I might adjust that next week, but that's something fine to adjust. I'm fine with that. So yeah, not too annoyed, which is good. Other than that, everything went really well. And then jumped on the bike for an hour because, like I said, I didn't bring my shoes for walking, so thought I'd make up for it. So did an hour on the bike, so that was like 20-ish something Ks, which was really good. So I'm very happy with that. Kept my heart rate at a good average. I think I didn't end up checking what my Garmin watch ended up saying, but I felt like it was in that kind of mid to high 120s. I feel like sometimes it dropped down, but then I kept the speed up, so hopefully on average it was sitting in the mid 120s, which would be ideal. Yeah, session went really well. Tomorrow we're doing my cardio in the morning, and just back into the year-old routine. So there's nothing much modified or different for tomorrow onwards. Yeah, feeling good, glad to get it done. Definitely tired now, so keen to have dinner in an early night in preparation for waking up early. So yeah, it should be interesting. But yeah, I'll leave it here for now. Thanks again if you made it this far. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'll catch you in tomorrow's one when we're hitting some arms. So I'll leave it here and I'll see you then.